The next case is case number 4, which I'm going to go over briefly. It's for a biomedical researcher, and this is another case where they argued everything, and the government goes and knocks down most of them, so it's a good primer. But the 2 points I specifically want to make, and I see this a lot because when clients contact me to say, hey, I have patents, I got grants, and that goes, grants especially will go far for the NIW kind of field because it shows that they're involved in the field. But patents and grants on their own are not awards per se for EB-1A. The director explained here, research grants are not awards for excellence, rather they simply fund research or work. The director also acknowledged that the record establishes the intellectual property agency of Armenia granted the petitioner a particular patent. However, the director observed that patents do not meet the plain language requirements of this criterion, which contemplates prizes or awards for excellence in the field of endeavor. Moreover, the director noted that even if a research grant or a patent qualified as a type of prizes or awards for excellence contemplated by the criterion in 8 CFR 204.5, the record does not establish that either the grant or the patent commanded a substantial level of recognition that could indicate the prizes or awards are nationally or internationally recognized. So that's one that goes in. So again, you have a lot of people contacting you about, hey, I got this patent, I got this grant. It's like, okay, that may be a big deal, rarely, but it's not the best. And the second note I want to make on this one is about having articles written about you. They essentially have their name mentioned in a 10-page article, and they're like, this is not enough. They say the 10-page research article mentioned the petitioner's last name one time in the context of the first named author of a particular research study that provides one of several possible mechanisms. Only 2 sentences in the 10-page literature review address the petitioner's research study, and one of those 2 sentences equivocates on how explanatory the petitioner's research may be for the phenomenon in question, before immediately moving on to discuss another highly possible mechanism. This contradicts the petitioner's characterization that the research article deems her work is authoritative, quote unquote. Moreover, the citation to the petitioner's research is one of 75 citations throughout the entire 2022 research article. Now, I'm not saying don't mention like these patents and awards and article mentions like that because it helps with the Khosravi analysis, but this is going to be weak. You got to really have 3 strong ones that really take you there. When you're in the science fields like this, the judging usually is easier to get. Authorship of scholarly articles are usually easy to get because they're scientists, researchers. They're doing both those. They're judging other people's work and articles, and authorship of scholars, and reviewing and publishing their own articles. So they quickly grab those 2 for EB-1A. But the third one becomes really important in the totality of the situation because so many of these scientists do capture these 2 minimum. How are they going to really push to show themselves different from the pack to be able to get this EB-1A standard? For the 5th and 6th cases for February that were published, I'm going to go briefly through them because this one is the 5th case is for a lawyer and legal entrepreneur. Essentially, they got everything denied, so it was a weak case. So I'm not going to go through it, but I just want to reference that lawyers are doing this.